Hello everyone, this is Dev here and today I am going to explain how to use images and tables in HTML. So let's start. So this is the index of our PPT, like what are the topics we'll cover in our video. First is introduction, then second are the image tags, then third different ways to specify the image, then how to make images responsive, then fifth is image alignments, image links, sixth image format, then how to add tables in HTML and what are the structure of table and how to create rows and columns. And in last, we'll cover the different attributes of tables. So, introduction of HTML. HTML or Hypertext Markup Language is the standard markup language for creating and designing web pages. It forms the backbone of the majority of content on the World Wide Web. HTML provides a way to structure content on a web page or defining elements, their relationships to create cohesive and visually appealing layout. Image tags in HTML. In HTML, you use the image tag to embedded images in a web page. The img tag is an empty tag, meaning it does not have a closing tag. Instead, we provide information about the image using attributes within the opening tag. The most essential attribute for the img tag is the src attribute, in which we specify the source or file path of the image. To specify the image source. In HTML, we can specify the image source in src attribute in different ways depending on where the image is located. Now, here are the some common methods. First is relative path. If the image is located within the same directory or in a subdirectory of our HTML file, we can use a relative path. For example, we can specify in src like image oblique image dot example dot jpg. Then second is absolute path. We can use an absolute path where the image is hosted on a different server or in a different directory structure. This includes URL starting with HTTP, or we can directly give the absolute path also. Responsive. To ensure images adapt seamlessly to different screen sizes and maintain their aspect ratios, employing responsive design technique is crucial. In HTML, this is achieved by utilizing the CSS rule max width 100%. Applied to a image element, this rule limits the image width to the maximum available space within its container, while the height is auto. Attribute preserves the image's original aspect ratio. By incorporating these styles, we can create responsive screen dimensions, image layout that dynamically adjust to varying. This not only enhances the user's experience across different devices, but also contributes to a more accessible and visually content to web design. Working with images in HTML, aligning them appropriately can significantly impact the overall layout and visual appeal of a web page. HTML provides the align attribute for the image tag. Though it's important to note that this attribute is deprecated in HTML5. Instead, aligning images is commonly achieved using HTML, like align to left, like align to right, and align to center. By applying styles such as float left or float right, you can align images to the left or right with their containing elements, allowing text or other content to wrap around them. Alternatively, the text align property applied to a container can be used to align images horizontally. The CSS, flex box, and grid layouts also offer powerful tools to precise image alignment within complex design. Finding a balance between aesthetic considerations and responsive design principles ensures that alignment images enhance the visual harmony and user experience of a web page across various devices and screen sizes. the functionality of hyperlinks with the visual appeal of images, offering an interactive and engaging experience for users on web pages. In HTML, image links are created by wrapping an image tag within an anchor attribute A tag, which includes the hyperreference attribute href, specifying the destination URL that the user will be directed to the when clicking the image. This enables developers to turn images into clickable elements such as buttons, banners, or navigation elements. Employing image link is not only practical for improving user navigation but also provides a visually intuitive way to guide users to specific content or actions. It's important to include the descriptive L tags within the image tag for accessibility, ensuring that the users will, with screen readers, receive meaningful information about the linked image. Overall, Overall, image links seamlessly merge the visual and interactive aspects of web design, contributing to a more engaging and user-friendly online experience. So here are the different images formats. Various image formats are employed in web development, each with its unique characteristics and best use cases. First is JPEG, Joint Photographic Experts Group, is widely utilized for photographs and images with complex color gradients, offering a good balance between image quality and file size compression. PNG, Portable Network Graphics, is favored for image with transparency or sharp edges, make it suitable for logos and graphics. Then GIF, Graphics Interchange Format, is commonly used for simple animation and image with limited color palettes. Then choosing the appropriate image formats depends on factors such as the nature of the content, the need of transparency, and the desired level of compression. Here are the three examples of different image formats. First one is PNG, then second one in JPEG, third is GIF. So the next topic of our video is adding tables in HTML. In HTML, tables are created using the table element and their structure is defined with related tags such as tr for rows, th for header cells, and td for data cells. To initiate a table, use the opening table tag followed by tr for each row. Within each row, employ th for header cells or td for data cells. The closing tags are table backslash with backslash and tr, th, and tt with backslash. Denote the end of each respective element. Table headers are typically defined in the t-head section and the main content goes within the t-body section. Attributes like call span and row span can be applied to cells for spanning columns or rows or merging rows or columns. By structuring tables appropriately, we can present tabular data in clear and organized manner on web pages. Now the table structure. A table in HTML is structured using the table element which serves as the container for the entire table. Within the table element, tables are divided into rows using the tr tag and each row is further dividing into cells with td tag for regular data cells or th for header cells. The t head, t body and t foot elements help organize the table's content into distinct sections, the header, body and footer respectively. Column and row spans are achieved with the col span and row spans attributes, allowing cells to span multiple columns or rows. The overall structure and presentation of the table can be refined using additional elements such as caption, call group, and various styling attributes. Through this hierarchical arrangement, HTML tables provide a flexible means of organizing and presenting tabular data on web pages. So now the creation of rows and columns. In HTML, creating rows and columns in a table involves using the table tag, in which tr and td table data cell and optionally th table header cell elements. The table tag establishes the overall table and each tr tag defines a row within the table. And within each tr row, we use td for regular cells or th for header cells. The number of cells within a row should match the number of columns specified in the table. Here's the basic example of a table with 3 rows and 3 columns. This example creates a table with 3 rows and 3 columns. The TS tags are used for the header cells and TD tags for regular cells. Adjust the content of the cells and the number of rows and columns to suit the specific data and layout requirements. So now here are some attributes used in table. First one is the border. The border attribute set the thickness of the border around table cells, and we can set it to control visual separation between cells. Second is cell padding. The cell padding attribute specify the space between the content of the cell and its border. It adds padding inside each cell. Then cell spacing. The cell spacing attribute sets the space between cells in a table. It controls the gap between adjacent cells. Like we can see the margin in a box. Now width and height. We can also set the width and height of the table respectively. We can use pixel values, percentage, or other length units. The align attribute. The align attribute specifies the horizontal align of the table. It takes the value like left, center, or right. When we align, this attribute sets the vertical alignment of the content within the cells. It can take the values like top, middle, or bottom. Now then caption. The caption element is used to add a title or a caption to a table. It's not an attribute but a separate element. Now the call span and row span. These attribute defines the number of columns a cell should span, while row span defines the number of rows a cell should span. Like col span is used to merge columns and row span is used to merge rows. So in the last, thank you for listening the presentation.